The Texas Department of Transportation Houston District would like to welcome you to this virtual public meeting with an in-person open house. This presentation will provide information on the FM 1485 Access Management Study from State Highway 242 to State Loop 494. This is a pre-recorded presentation. The in-person open house will take place at 5 p.m. in New Caney Elementary School on June 1st, 2023. The public may come and go at their convenience, and TxDOT staff will be there to answer your questions. The purpose of this public meeting is to solicit input on the Access Management Study. It also offers an opportunity for the project team to address any questions or concerns from the public. The Texas Department of Transportation commits to purposefully involving the public in planning and project implementation by providing for early, continuous, transparent, and effective access to information and decision-making processes. TxDOT would like to thank you for your participation in this public meeting. During the presentation, you may pause the video and navigate forward or backward using your video player. The local and regional communities in the study area are experiencing increasing residential and commercial development. This access management study will identify short, mid, and long-range transportation improvements along the FM 1485 corridor to enhance safety, improve mobility and adjacent property access, and implement appropriate multimodal improvements. In addition, the study will have an open public outreach process with public and stakeholder involvement and to provide practical solutions. This project is anticipated to receive federal funds, and because of the federal component, TxDOT is required to assess the potential environmental effects of the proposed project in accordance with federal standards. The process that is followed is called the National Environmental Policy Act process, otherwise known as NEPA. The NEPA process provides analyses of the potential impacts to the natural and man-made environment and helps the decision maker to make an informed decision on whether or not to proceed with the project. On December 9, 2019, TxDOT received a signed Memorandum of Understanding from the Federal Highway Administration that permits TxDOT to assume responsibility from the Federal Highway Administration for reviewing and approving certain assigned NEPA projects. This review and approval process applies to this project. Currently, we are performing data collection and examining existing conditions along the FM 1485 corridor. Short, mid, and long-term improvements will be proposed based on analysis of existing conditions and input from the public. The recommended improvements will be presented in the second public meeting in October of 2023. The final study report will be completed by December of 2023. Along the FM 1485 corridor, 39.6% of the land is residential areas, 31.7% is farmland, 15.7% is vacant land, 7.6% is commercial use, which mainly includes businesses and offices, and 4.5% is institutional use, which includes government buildings and schools. There are 3 typical roadway sections on FM 1485. The blue section of FM 1485 from State Highway 242 to Gene Campbell Road is a 2-lane roadway, one 12-foot wide lane in each direction. The orange section of FM 1485 from Gene Campbell to Kidd Cemetery Road has one 12-foot wide travel lane in each direction and a continuous 2-way left turn lane. This segment is the busiest segment on the corridor. Lastly, the green section of FM 1485 from Kidd Cemetery Road to State Loop 494 is a 4-lane roadway with a 12-foot wide inside lane and 13-foot wide outside lane in each direction. This section also has a 12-foot wide continuous 2-way left turn lane and 6-foot wide sidewalks. The average daily traffic volumes for FM 1485 ranges from 12,700 to 24,000 vehicles per day. Currently, the average travel time on the study corridor is 9.5 minutes during both the morning and afternoon peak travel periods. Additionally, the average travel speed on the corridor ranges from 20 miles per hour to 49 miles per hour during the same time periods. These speeds are lower than the posted speed limits along the corridor. Along the FM 1485 corridor, there is a surfacing roadway project. Within the study corridor from State Highway 242 to State Loop 494, there are 3 ongoing, planned, and under development projects, including LED flashing chevrons installation on the curve east of Fire Tower Road, widening from 2 lanes to 4 lanes from State Highway 242 to Kid Cemetery Road, and raised medians installation from Kid Cemetery Road to State Loop 494, respectively. On the west of the study corridor, there is an ongoing widening project on State Highway 242 from Needham to IH-69, and a under-development project of hazard elimination and safety from FM 1314 to FM 1485. On the east of the study corridor, there is an ongoing project of advanced traffic management system on IH-69, and another 3 projects of bridge replacement, surfacing roadway, and highway improvement on State Loop 494. This map shows the crash hotspots along the study corridor. The map legend details the range of crash density, with red being highest and green being lowest. The crash hotspots are located at the segment near IH-69 and State Loop 494. From 2017 to 2019, there were 302 crashes on the study corridor. That is 1 crash taking place on the corridor for every 3.5 days. Within the 3 years, there were 3 fatal crashes. 2 of them were pedestrian involved. There are 2 bike-involved crashes and 5 school bus-related crashes. The total crashes gradually decrease from 2017 to 2020, but significantly jump to 124 in 2021. About 33% of the total crashes were intersection-related crashes, while 67% occurred on the segments along the corridor. 18% of the segment crashes are opposite direction or head-on crashes, and 20% of them are left-turn crashes. Head-on and left-turn crashes were the typical crash types occurring on the continuous 2-way left-turn lane designed roadway segments. The segments with the higher density of access points have the higher crash rates. The crash hotspot on the segment from Walton Avenue to Loop 494 has the highest access density of 57 accesses per mile, and the highest crash rate of 662 crashes per 100 million vehicle miles traveled, which is about 3 times the statewide average crash rate for farm-to-market roads. The crash rate on the segment from Kid Cemetery Road to Walton Avenue is slightly above the statewide level at 256. The crash rates at the rest of the corridor are lower than the statewide level of 244 crashes per 100 million vehicle miles traveled. TxDOT encourages you to review the materials posted on the public meeting webpage and to provide written comments. You may submit written comments online by using a digital comment form found on the project webpage. The digital comment form may also be accessed by scanning the QR code link shown on this slide. You may also submit written comments using the comment card found on the project's webpage in the download section. The comment card can be emailed to hou-pio webmail@txdot.gov or mailed to the Public Information Office at the TxDOT Houston District. Comments must be submitted online, by mail, or mailed and postmarked by Tuesday, June 20th, 2023, to be included in the official public meeting documentation. Responses to comments received during the comment period will be included in the public meeting documentation that will be posted on the project webpage when complete. The project webpage is www.txdot.gov/projects/hearings-meetings.html. November 7th, 2000 was the last deathless day on roadways in Texas. That means for over 22 years, at least one person has died every single day. We all have a part to play to change that. This message is that reminder to end the streak of deaths on Texas highways. We need drivers and passengers to act more responsibly and help us reach our goal of 0 deaths by 2050. Texans can play a major role in ending fatal crashes with a few simple driving habits. Wear seatbelts, drive the speed limit, put away the phone and other distractions, and never drive under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So please do your part and share this message with your friends and family. Thank you for participating in this public meeting. Please remember to submit your comments no later than Tuesday, June 20th, 2023, to be included in the official public meeting documentation.